Welcome to the morning show. This is our first week, and I am super excited. Our first full week that we are going to be talking to amazing guests, where you are going to have the opportunity to get to know people, get to know about new businesses, organizations, and things of that nature. And you're actually starting out with me for season 3. I'm super excited for the top of the morning show. This is something new. If you followed me in season 2 and 1, then this is totally different. And so we're taking it day by day, remembering that TT from the D podcast show features a wide range of guests that include community leaders, entertainers, authors, business professionals, and entrepreneurs. Our target audience is vast with something for everyone, and we truly enjoy providing a platform to inspire, encourage, and empower people like you and me. So tonight, I'm super excited, or I should say today, I'm super excited. This young lady who I've had the opportunity of knowing personally and professionally is an amazing woman, but you don't have to take my word for it. As we dive into the Christina Benjamin TakeOver, you're going to get to know her intimately day by day. And we get a full week to actually indulge and embrace and get to know her. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a child of God, firstly, okay? She's a serial entrepreneur. And I don't know what you would call, because you know how some people might say you're a triple threat or you're a quadruple threat. Like, she has a lot of things that she does wonderful and that she's mastering. So I don't know the word that we would be looking for. I would have to get a dictionary, perhaps a Webster, maybe an encyclopedia. You might see her name and her picture in that area of what I'm trying to really get to. But saying that to be funny, but not funny, because this is something new and different. I just want you to really take the opportunity this morning to hear who she is. That way you can get introduced a little bit more each day, because you're going to be blessed to talk, or I should say listen and learn about Christina today, Tuesday. You'll also get to see her beautiful face if you join us on tomorrow, which is Tuesday, for Tap In Tuesday. She's going to be live with me. You'll get to learn more on Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll have a special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen, on Friday morning to get that weekend started. So without any further ado, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the other people that's sneaking and listening this morning when you know you should be at work already or on your way to school, Christina Benjamin.
Wow. Who you introducing, girl?
I don't know. You know yourself. How are you?
Well, so happy to be back with you. And I'm so excited to help kick it off. I mean, what an honor. I'm so proud of everything you're doing, TT from the D. I just think this show is just amazing. I'm just loving the evolution of it. So it was funny because I was listening to you do the intro and you were saying, season 1 through 2, and we're in season 3 now. Like, wow, she had seasons, and I just think it's just amazing. This is pretty dope.
Thank you. Well, thank you, sis. I appreciate that. It's so ironic. I don't know if you thought about this when I sent you the invite and we talked about it, but season 1, you and Courtney and Swifty joined me in that.
What?
Yeah. And the launch of it. And then in season 2, you guys came back and did it again. And so now it's the wives, right? It's the wives that's we're doing our thing, life is good. Life has been different. We've done a whole lot. And on this morning, to start off, thank you for being like that morning fresh cup of coffee to kick off people's Monday mornings. But absolutely. I just want the people, because this is something new. I was telling them during the introduction that since we're now going Monday through Friday with the top of the morning show, we are actually extending the invitation to certain guests to be able to have a takeover. So this week is the Christina Benjamin takeover, and I'm super excited about it. I know, right? But I want people to know, and as I said, there's so many levels to you and so many beautiful layers to you. They get to see and learn about you day by day. We have some amazing subjects that we're going to tap into tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. But today, this morning, I would love for you to tell our listeners, new and old, who is Christina Benjamin?
Wow. That's
Right?
a loaded question. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I like loaded
Um,
stuff.
yeah. Well, it depends on who you are talking to at what moment, because obviously I do many different things. Glory to God. God has blessed me to be able to be multi-talented. But where I shine the most is definitely as a, wife, mother. Of course, you got to get that. The family is first. Your home
Yes.
got to be together. But more importantly, I'm a CEO of a hair replacement company. I'm an educator. I'm a motivator. I'm a coach, mentor, as well as a singer actress. So with all that being said, and a hair artist. Yeah, I do kind of a lot. So it depends on who you get for the day. It depends on what you booked before, what you gonna get.
Yeah. And I have to say this. It's been a journey. We've been friends,
Yeah.
gosh, like probably
Oh, I felt.
15, like what, 15
Yeah, it
years?
feels like it
Mm-hmm. Because
to be
Cody's 13, and I didn't even have Cody
yeah,
when we met, and you and
and
Courtney
I
both
had
were in our wedding, and
exactly. It
Christian was a
has to be.
baby.
Christian's 15 now,
Okay,
so it
so there we
be
go.
about 14, 15,
Mm-hmm.
going on 15 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
wow. That's amazing.
yeah. That's super dope, and I've watched you grow, and so that's what's so, I think, fulfilling for me on a spiritual level,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because I know, like, some people say, well, you'll hear the cliche sayings like, speak it into existence, write the vision, make it plain. I love when I can give a testimony to say, I saw or I heard. Like, I remember
Yeah,
literally
you're there.
sitting in your basement salon,
Yeah.
listening to you tell Courtney that you were going to have a salon in West Bloomfield when you were here in Michigan, because now you're in Atlanta.
Yeah, I sure
And you
did.
even said the name of the salon.
Wow.
And you started out, when you left your basement, you went to this other salon, and then you ended up at Foil.
Mm-hmm.
And then from Foil, it was Shirtique right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I sat back and I remember you doing hair, and you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but if y'all want to be like, my clients or whatever, we're like, yeah, let's see what you could do. Right. And it was amazing. Like, I'm like, okay, come on now. I used to love coming over there. And then, we had our little moments, you had it all set up nice, and you just felt special, even though it
Wow.
was your home salon and you had an intimate clientele. And then as you expanded, I actually also watched you invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Taking all these different classes and shadowing and getting mentors, and you really put in the work. That's why I can sit back and I can testify. I can put in my 25 cents, because it's more than 2 cents. I can put in my 25 cents because you've evolved. You've evolved as an artist. I remember we got this running joke. I hired myself to be your artist assistant.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hired myself, right? I never even interviewed for it.
Yeah.
I never interviewed, but I just had to say that I am a witness of God stretching and pruning you and Courtney, because you both, I look at you guys as another power couple in Atlanta.
Wow.
Definitely. And you forgot to say the hostess with the mostest, because you can host a holiday party, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Yes, yes.
I love doing that for my family and friends. Yeah,
yes, absolutely. You do. Yeah. So anyway, getting back, let me stop, because I can see it. They're going to be like, TT, are y'all going to have an interview, or are you going to talk to her like you on the phone with her? So let's see. Let's talk about your role as the mom and wife. You're the wife to an also powerful person. You're also the mother to 3 amazing young people. I got 2 beautiful nephews and 1 beautiful
Yep.
niece.
Yep.
And what does that look like for you? Because you're so busy and you do so many
Uh,
things. What does that look like for you?
oh man. Just take a piece of paper and scribble like circles and like make it look like a tornado, and that's pretty much it.
You're funny. You're funny.
No, but to God be the glory. It's definitely a journey, but I'm finding as my children get older, like me and Courtney have done a real dope job of making many versions of ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it speaks to a lot of how we've raised them to just be uninhibited and unafraid. So sometimes I even have to remind myself that when I'm dealing with my adult child, like, you raised him to question things and to try his own process, even though it may not look like what you want it to be. But I taught him to be uninhibited and be optimistic, and I with the help of God, it's had its ups and downs though. When you are, number one, I'm married to an entrepreneur as well. We're both full-time entrepreneurs. So I think just having an understanding of that, it's not yours or mine, is ours. And knowing that sometimes one has to carry a little more weight for the moment, but we're all carrying it together. It's just we're switching roles. And I think that's what's so unique about our marriage, is that we just complement each other. He helps me to be my greater self, and I help him to be his greater self. And it's no pressure to be somebody that we don't need to be. We just need to be who we need to be to get these kids up and going. And I told him, we've been about 18 years married now. I'm like, wow, I still like you. I still love you. You still do it for me.
I can't say, I still like you. It's like, that's crazy.
Like how many people do you know that have been married? We got married young. Yeah. I mean, how many do we know? Like, just, life has a way of, especially when you get young, you're not who you are at 40. I'm 40 now. And it's like, that woman he married 18 years ago, she's not here anymore. Like, I've evolved. I know who I am. I like me. I'm on a journey to self. And even with the kids, I've just learned, like, I can give them the best of me, but not the rest of me. I have to have something left for myself. And I think that's been the best thing, the best advice I could have heard over time and actually implemented it, that I'm on a journey to Christina. When I turned 40, I said, this is going to be the year of me. So I've been getting my health together, my mind together. And I realized that nobody is responsible for my happiness but me. There's certain things even my husband can't fulfill me in. That's for me to make myself happy myself. And I seen this meme that said, I like me. Your like is extra. And I love that because, we're always looking for other people to validate us.
Yeah.
And it really comes from yourself. Are you fulfilled? Because when you're fulfilled, you could be the best mom you need to be. You could be the best wife. And so that's what I found, where that balance comes from, is first taking a moment for myself, just offer it, and then I can divvy out to my family. Shouldn't be the other way around where I get what's left over. I'm tired of that now.
I agree.
When I turned 40, a lot changed for me. It was like, y'all not about to kill me. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. Yeah.
Christina gonna take care of Christina first. Then I can get to you. So that's kind of like how we've worked, and I've just had such a loving husband. So shout out to Christina Benjamin, because he's my rock.
Yeah.
He is my rock. God truly knew who to design for me.
Yeah.
Somebody that has my back, doesn't question what I do, ain't insecure, ain't trying to check for me every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because they got too much time on our hands. Like we're literally in a relationship that I think we have a great understanding. So with that being said, that's not saying it doesn't have its ups and downs, because it does. But I think we all know what the common goal is.
I want to, you said something that really piqued my interest when you said you're on a journey to self. Expound
Yeah.
on that for me.
Well, I found myself comparing myself to others and even seeking validation from my husband,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and just not feeling that great about what I let myself get to. Like one day I looked in the mirror and I was like, man, the others, they're like, you look beautiful. But to me, it's like, my body doesn't
Yeah.
feel good. My mind don't feel good. I feel like I got to fish for compliments, or I feel like I need him to say certain things to make me feel, do you think I'm sexy still? Are you attracted to me? Like,
Yeah.
I should know that I'm the, sugar honey iced tea already. Of course,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you be attracted to me?
Yeah.
I think as women, sometimes we are so engulfed in the kids, the husband, pay these bills that we forget about us. And
I
I think
agree.
we are a taskmaster. And I looked at my life and I said, wow, you know, I've been on a journey in my 30s to who I like this lady. Like she knows who she is. She's not at this point trying to be anybody else for herself. However, she has insecurities. And we need to work on that.
Yeah.
And it really boiled down to like, girl, get your relationship back with God together. Get back to the heart of it all. Like, you've gotten away.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
felt God reeling me in. And another thing, my body was telling me I don't feel good.
Oh.
And so when your body begins to give you signs of, we don't feel good, we tired, we out
Yeah.
of breath, like
Yeah.
your body tells you when that check engine light is on. We just don't listen to it a lot of times. And so I want to be here. I'm talking legacy. I'm telling and I'm preaching to everybody, do this, build this generational wealth. Okay, I want to be here to enjoy it. So I
Absolutely.
got to get my life together. Another thing was, I felt that I had let myself go in ways like I stopped pampering myself. I need that because
Yeah.
every woman wants to feel pampered.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's woman of what they feel pampered is different. It's not always you gotta get your hair and your nails done. It may be you getting facials, or it may be you taking yourself out on a date. I
You
date
better
myself all the
speak it.
time.
You
I
better
do.
go on it.
I like me.
Ooh, honey, you know what? This is turning into something else. I know, and we're intimately getting to know who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is good because you, can you agree, or can you say that wasn't my story? Did you ever used to feel guilty when you did something for yourself, like, oh, I should be doing this for the kids or for my husband, or I don't want to go do this because I didn't do that for them? Or did you just say, you know what, one day I'm gonna do this for me, and that does not include you?
It was a journey to that. As of course, as you know, as they get a little older, it gets a little easier to do that.
Yeah.
And then as a mother, as a wife, you understand what's going on in your household, so you
Mm-hmm.
know where you're suffering.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you in on this little secret.
Let me know, girl. Let me know.
You always gonna have some bills to pay, okay? It's always gonna be a bill.
Okay. All the time.
And it's all the time. Whether it's residual or even once you come out of debt, we have certain things that are just set bills.
Yeah.
So at what point were you ever going to treat yourself? Oh, okay. So it's about just carving out that little piece. And for me, of course I deal with the guilt. There's times I'll go get myself fries and eat them in the car right before the kids get. I'm not sharing my fries. Did you get some fries? No, I heard no fries. You smell like fries. Because I was in the car eating some fries. That was the only little thing I had for myself. I didn't want to share. So every mom knows about this.
Yes, honey.
We'll go in the bathroom and eat our cookies or drink our wine. Whatever we listen. I didn't want to share with the little kid. I said, God damn, I had nothing. But as I get older, that's just like recently. I took my first trip by myself. I had one of my colleagues with me, but I took a trip to Paris, and I just was like, you know what? I can see the world with my husband, but I also can see it without him too. There are certain things and certain experiences I want outside of him because I needed a moment for myself, and I feel like I had worked hard and I deserved the incentive. And so sometimes I think what happens is we're always trying to include people on our reward. sometimes it's just for you. Sometimes we'll try to bring people along, and it was for you to enjoy it. And that just comes from you not giving yourself permission to be okay with, it's okay for you to have a moment for yourself. That's called self-care, and it's self-preservation. And sometimes you do need to be a little selfish in the sense of you need that. Because what other time, listen, if you don't do it, who will?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
But just balance it out. Because honestly, in real life, it's never going to be a perfect time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's never going to be enough things that you don't have not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, your family and your timeline in life is not going to be a culmination of how much time that you punch the clock for. It is going to be a collection of memories and moments. That's what's important. And that's what I found. Like, don't focus in on the time that you're spending with them. Focus in on those moments that they're going to remember.
Yeah.
Be there where you can, when it matters. And the rest is like, when you divvy out a day, you gotta have time for yourself. You have to have quiet time. And that's so you can be sane and so you can function as an individual. So yeah, I'm on a journey to myself, and it's just gonna get better and better. I'm trying to be like with some of my girlfriends that's in their 60s, like they give zero. You know what?
Yeah.
They don't let nothing bother them, because they're like, honey, when you live this long, it's not that, ain't nothing that deep. And I'm like, dang, how can I get that level of peace?
And I think it will come eventually. And the older people would say things like, "Oh, baby, just keep living." I know you've been told that.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know what that means.
I didn't either. I
know now. I'm starting to learn.
Absolutely. That sweet Vidalia onion is getting peeled back layer by layer, right?
Yeah,
and we're learning because, like I said, when I asked you the question, I felt guilty. And then I would sneak off, and as you said, I'm going to go eat something, but I ain't going to tell the kids. Right. I'm not going to bring no. Then when you want to carry out, ma'am, no, I can't have no evidence that I was here. So, right. And they would laugh. Right. I'm like, no, I'm so serious because I ain't taking nothing home to the kids. Right. I'm so serious.
I don't even need a receipt.
I don't need a receipt. I trust you. So it's funny because I got to the point where it's like, okay, if I didn't bring the kids something, like let's just say I said, you know what? Today is a J. Alexander day. I want to go have me a nice lemon drop and my salmon smoked dish or whatever. But then I'm going to come home and make the kids dinner. Like whatever I made, or pasta, or I'm going to bake them some chicken or whatever it is. You ain't eating? No, I already ate. Right?
Yes,
I already ate. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll tell my husband, and you know how Swift is. I might be like, you know what, babe? I'm going to just have me a moment because it's been straight. He's like, what do you need? Why don't you just treat yourself? Or let me treat you. I'll take care of me and the boys and you good. And I thank God for my husband too.
Yes.
Very supportive. And I'm like, okay. So the difference between being in your 40s and being in your 20s is going to a restaurant in your 20s and feeling like the world is looking at you like you don't have no friends or nobody wants to come with you, versus being in my 40s and I'm walking in, table for one, thank you. As a matter of fact, I'll sit at the bar. I'll sit right there. I don't need to be over there. I don't need a booth. I want to sit here. I want some, I want to people watch. I want to sit here and talk, to the bartender or whatever. But I used to feel guilty. Like when I would go shopping, I would, you know what? Cody needs this, or Markel can use this, or let me get this for Andre. Let me get this for the house. And you go in there and you buy all these people things and you realize I didn't buy myself anything when I went there. And then you get mad because you're unpacking the bags. And you're like, what was for me? So I had to condition myself, and it took Swift to get me all the way together. One day I was complaining that I didn't buy myself anything like I should. I work hard. And he said, Miss TT, you can buy yourself stuff. Like you do that. He said, you do that. I tell you, treat yourself, or let me treat you if you want. And you're like, oh no, but then you complain. And so he said, I really don't know what to do for you, because if I encourage you to do it, you're not going to do it. I'm not going to not encourage you. So I just have to sit here and listen to you. And then when you do it, you start beating yourself up like you don't work hard every day. And I said, you're right. I don't have to feel guilty. I want to go spend $50 on some candles because I love candles. I don't need to feel guilty that I want to go. And you know what? I'm having like you said, a pamper moment. I'm going to get a massage. I'm getting my nails done. I might throw my hair in there after the massage. I might want to go to the cigar bar. I might just want to do that on my own and just say, you know what? Go out, look up, and like, God, life is good. Thank you for bringing me this far.
Yeah.
And with you, Christina, just watching you, like I vicariously live through you, like I'm sure many people do. It's like seeing you go through overseas, and just when you did that photo shoot with that beautiful dress, it was everything. I seen it through social media, but to know someone who didn't use no app to make it look like she was there.
No,
she really was there. Okay. She really was there. Yes. Okay. And I'm like, I had so many questions. Like, oh my God. Well, was it like this? And did you go and drink a little thing of coffee down in all these questions, because you did something that's on my bucket list. Like when we took that girls trip and we were in Mexico, I had so many mini emotional breakdowns of gratitude. Because I felt like, maybe I shouldn't have. And it was just like such a blessing. And I'm like, I want to go back. I want to share that experience again with us, because it was such an amazing time. But for you, the woman, the entrepreneur, I know I'm excited that you agreed to take over the show this week. So I know we're going to talk about women in alopecia. I know we're going to talk about stepping out on faith.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, she stepped out. Like you went further than in the middle. You went to the edge of the branch.
Girl, okay.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna unpack it. And so we're gonna talk also about launching your academy. We're gonna talk about balancing things, like the balancing act. Is it really a balance? So these are things, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that we're gonna tap into as we progress through the week. I'm not going to tell you what we're talking about tomorrow on Tuesday morning. You will have to log in to check it out. Okay. But I will say this, for those of you that want to see this amazing, beautiful woman, she's actually doing 2 shows for me. She's doing tomorrow morning show. Woo-hoo. Yeah. And then she's also going to do Tap In Tuesday tomorrow night at 8:00. And so we're going to have a funky good time, because you bring your libations and pull up. Okay. Because it's going down tomorrow night. But in the morning, if you want to rise and shine with your girl TT from the D and Christina Benjamin for the Christina Benjamin weekend takeover the whole week, then you're gonna log in tomorrow morning, same time, right here with your girl TT from the D. Christina, as we end this show, I would love for you to give a piece of advice that's universal for everyone.
Wow. Only thing I can say is do it for you. Don't do it for nobody else. Do it for you.
That's a hashtag.
It is. Do it for you. I promise you. Yeah. That's my next mantra of my life. Do it for me. Not for anybody else. Everybody else is extra. Because I did it for myself, that's why people could get blessed. And so sometimes we want to put our acts of nobleness off on others, but you work differently when you do it for yourself. So, just show up for yourself. That's all I have to say.
Great advice. I appreciate that. I'm sure that our listeners appreciate that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, tune in tomorrow morning for the top of the morning show, the Christina Benjamin takeover for this week. Yeah. And I would love to tell, I think, I wasn't going to tell y'all, I think I got some of my listeners spoiled, but tomorrow I'm just going to do it. Forget it. I know what I said, but it's my show, Lord. And I can do that. Because I want people to know, like some people need to know so they can plan their mornings accordingly. But tomorrow's show, we're going to talk about women in alopecia.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is something that's near and dear to Christina. She is like a true expert in that area. And we'll elaborate more on it tomorrow morning. So remember, log on tomorrow morning for the top of the morning show with TT from the D as we embrace the Christina Benjamin takeover. All right, Miss Benjamin. Let me correct that before Courtney kills me. Mrs. Benjamin. Yes, I will see you in the morning.
Okay. Top of the morning. I'll see you top of the morning.
See you top of the morning. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.